Hi everybody. So as you know, I'm on the crystal part of my journey, and I have been surrounded, and I've had crystals come to me in all shapes, forms, sizes from everywhere. And I wanted to talk about fake crystals. What I want to do is show you guys, just from the few that I have, the difference between the real crystals and the fake crystals. Citrine is a very popular one because it's an expensive stone. It's not found in large quantities, and with the mines that do exist, the demand is high, so they're going to charge more. If you're paying a low amount of money for a crystal, if you're bidding on it, that's one thing on eBay. But if it's just naturally low, it's probably not citrine. Citrine is actually, it goes from clear quartz to amethyst to citrine to clear quartz. And it creates that cycle depending on how hot the earth is at the time. So, real citrine is clear like a quartz, only it has a yellow tinge to it. It was very hard for me to get the lighting right, but I just wanted to show you. Fake citrine tends to have white tips and has a lot of orange in it. You see, this looks more like dyed fluorite. This is actually amethyst that was baked, which is why it has the white, because amethyst is usually under a bed of white. And it was baked in an oven to 900 degrees, and now it has that yellow-orange tinge. So that's real and fake. Let me give you some more examples. Fake, right? There you go. See how the orange tinge? See how it has a lot of white? It's fake. Kind of looks real. This is real. And this actually has like a grayish look to it, but it's still citrine. It came from the same cluster as the other one. So there are some grayish, but if you look at it, there's like a slight yellow tinge to it, but there are some like grayish yellow citrine, but this is real citrine. This is fake citrine. And I know a lot of people like this. A lot of the new millennials are really into this, but it's not. Oh, that's my global citizen bracelet from the concert. Again, let me show you another example. This is a really good fake piece of citrine, but citrine isn't cut like this. They're usually literally crystals. Like, it's a crystal. It's an actual little crystal. It's another little crystal. This is real. This is fake. So when you see like shards of citrine like this, it's probably not citrine. This is also real. Right here. So you see how it kind of looks like a quartz, like a raw quartz, but then it has like a yellow tinge to it, and yet another fake piece of citrine. This is also fake. You just to see what the fake shapes are like. These to me look like fluorite that's been dyed, but I know that it's amethyst that's been dyed, that's been baked. And it's interesting because I left a review for the gentleman and I told him fake citrine, but I ordered some black tourmaline from him. So he actually sent me a piece of citrine to make up for the fact that he knew that the batch that he gave me was fake, or I told him baked. I left a positive review, but I said baked citrine. But you see how it's still a crystal, it's still crystalline form. It just has a yellow tinge to it, but it's still see-through. You see how you could see through it? That's really important. So when you work with citrine, you don't have to cleanse it. It's a very healing stone. It's a happy stone. People say the moment they put it in their hands, they find joy. And Control F. Let's find citrine. And when there's too much negative energy in your spirit, you will feel like your balance is off. It's because the spirit can also get bogged down with negative and toxic energies. Citrine is the perfect tool to cleanse and rejuvenate your spirit. It does not hold or accumulate negative energy, but rather transmutes, dissipates, and grounds it, making it extremely protective for the environment. It works out problems on both the physical and subtle levels, transforming negative thoughts and feelings into positive ones. It's one of the only two crystals on Earth that never need to be cleansed. The other is kyanite. But I've also heard that selenite you don't need to cleanse either. So I'm going with it. There's 3 of them that you don't need to cleanse. So now we're going to go with black tourmaline. This one, every video I saw on crystals, everybody was like, oh, black tourmaline, black tourmaline. And I'm like, what's up with this? This is the stone that changed my life. The moment I got this, I put it in my hands and I fell asleep. I did this twice. And I toss and I turn. I'm all over the place when I sleep. Yeah, I'm one of those. And I never let this go. Like, I woke up with this in my hand, and I woke up several times and it was always in my hand. I didn't let it go. And what this does is it cleanses any negative energy from your body. And I had given it the intention to get rid of any negative thoughts. I'm trying not to curse. To get rid of any negative beliefs, to get rid of any negative feelings. And I think it was doing its job while I was sleeping. So you see how it has like facets like that, and it's a little bit shiny. It's a heavy piece. Now, this one is 134 grams, but it's a heavy piece, this one. Most real stones have weight to them. That one's real. This one is fake. Hold on. This one is real. So this is the most popular type of black tourmaline. It has the striations. This is the one that everybody loves. And these two are fake. And they just look like black coal. They're just black stones. And I don't know which ones these are, but they're definitely not black tourmaline. They don't have striations. They're not that shiny. They just look like black coal. And there are many types of black stones. So you have black onyx, which is another stone. It has heavy weight. It's shiny but dull, meaning it's not like a high shine. It's like a dull shine. And that also attracts negative energy. There's also jet. Jet is actually petrified wood, and I thought that's what this was. It looks like charcoal, and you can burn it. This one didn't burn, so it's not jet. It's very light gray. It's light in weight, so it feels like plastic. It feels very light, so you know that's jet. If you get a stone and it's super light and it's supposed to be black tourmaline, it's not black tourmaline. Then you have Apache tear or tear. It's T-E-A-R, so depending on how you decide to pronounce it. And that is also another black stone. It's also shiny when polished. I'm not sure if this is Apache tear. I don't think this is. I feel like this is another stone. Oh, and that's what I wanted to tell you guys. There's a lot of toxic stones that are being given off as fake stones. I'm going to put the link for the list of toxic stones. Look out for those. Those radiate radiation. So be careful. Like, remember, a nuclear bomb is just plutonium and uranium, which are just rocks that radiate energy. They harness that energy and they create nuclear bombs with it. So the rocks that have radiation can really mess you up if you're holding them or if you have them in your house. So be careful. I actually want to get these tested. I just bought an EMF reader because I want to see if the organite that I bought actually works. And then I want to see, I have a theory of how to create your own organite without using the resin. And I want to see if that actually blocks the EMF as well. Oh, and black tourmaline naturally absorbs EMF. So I have a really big piece of black tourmaline near my television and cable box and the Roku because I want it to absorb as much of the EMF that it can. And I always keep a piece next to my phone at night. So that's just something extra that you guys can know. There's a couple of other black stones that exist. I'm not really sure what their names are. So I'm going to find out from a gemologist. I prefer to work with gemologists and geologists and buy rocks from them than to buy them from bulk sellers from like China. I never buy anything from China anymore when it comes to crystals or just bulk sellers in general. I prefer to buy stones from Arizona because they tend to be legitimate. It's a very spiritual state, especially Sedona. But you have to look also. This is aragonite. I just love this stone. Oh, and oh yeah, I told you what black tourmaline does, right? Sorry. I know it absorbs energy and Control F tourmaline. Tourmaline. Here we go. So black tourmaline is a protective stone which repels and blocks negative energies and psychic attack. It also aids in the removal of negative energies within a person or a space. It will cleanse, purify, and transform dense energy into a lighter vibration. It is a crystal stone and it's also one of the most powerful minerals for absorbing electromagnetic radiation, which is excellent for placing your computers and other electronics. So I wanted to show you that. There are a couple of other stones that I'm going to show you. I don't have the fake versions of them, but I just want you to see what the real versions look like. And I wanted to talk about them because they're very interesting stones that a lot of people don't talk about. Aragonite. 20 years ago, this was like called the truth serum. I love this stone. It looks like, oh God, isn't that beautiful? Do you see all that shiny goodness? And you see all those little facets that come out of it? It is just gorgeous. I wish you could see the color a little bit better. But this is aragonite. I love this stone so much. It's called the truth stone. It will bring out the dark side so you can see the light. Basically, if you sleep with this bad boy, you're going to wake up like angry and upset and talking about stuff and crying, but you're letting out all of that gook. Like, get it out. You want to use aragonite when working with the root and the earth star chakras, and for grounding and connecting to the earth. Aragonite can also be used for clearing blockages of any energy in ley lines and for healing geopathic stress. But this is a really good internal healer. If you want it all out, I highly suggest aragonite. This is so beautiful. And I got some of these. They were very affordable, but because I know what I'm looking for. So you see how like it shines, and like I knew this was a genuine mineral specimen. I try to buy stones from Africa too. Africa, sometimes India, never China. And I always look at the reviews to see if there's any negative reviews if I'm buying from eBay, and to make sure that people are saying genuine stones, loved it, you know, used it for healing, used it for this and that. So this is tourmaline. This helps remove any of the negative energy in your space, in your area. It's good for EMF. And this is for really cleaning out everything. This is a very powerful stone. There's also another stone called moldavite. I only have little shards of it because it's really expensive, and that will transform your entire life. So these three stones are the ones that I always recommend to people that want change, and they want change quickly. Now you can't ever measure how long it's going to take because everybody's different. Everybody's accumulated different types of energies, and they have a lot of gunk that they haven't kind of resolved. So some people have a lot, some people don't. So it's different, and it depends on which chakras are out of balance. Usually, if you have one, you have many, because one usually affects the others. Fake stones. Let's go back to that. So then we have celestite, and celestite. Please tell me I have the definition here. Oh yeah, it is known or is revered for its frequency and divine energies, and is known as a powerful healing crystal. It's called the teacher of the New Age, and it helps you to connect with the angelic realm, which is really important because that's a whole nother video about the realms, and allowing for the free flow of higher frequencies in the crown and the third eye chakra. And it also goes down to the throat chakra for expression. It brings mental clarity in the midst of a chaotic circumstance, and celestite can allow one to easily flow through a traumatic period and still come out on top. It will also assist in recalling dreams. So it's like a celestial stone. It's not celestial, which is a different stone. Celestial stone's awesome, but that's another video. So they have this version of celestite, which I love. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just gorgeous. It's just so shiny and pretty. And I tried to get the right lighting. It's so difficult because too much light, you don't see it. Too little light. But this is beautiful. I hope you guys can zoom in on that. And then this is raw celestite. Now, it's difficult because it has like this ethereal blue tinge. It's very calming when you look at it. It's easy for me to buy stones on eBay because I can look at it, and just by looking at it, I can sense it. I'm also one of those people that I can look at pictures, and I can tell you a lot about the person just by looking at their picture. So that's what celestite does. It just has this calming, soothing effect. What could be given as fake celestite is fluorite. I really want you guys, when you get a chance, to go online and look up raw fluorite. A lot of stones are passing Fake stones are really actually raw fluorite. So a lot of the amethyst sets out there, it'll look like this with the white tips, and it'll be green, and it's like that's fake amethyst. It's actually purple fluorite, but people don't know because it's purple. But when you get used to the actual crystal formations of stones and like what crystals really look like, you'll never mistake a fake one for a real one. And even if it is real, I wouldn't buy it, because just make sure that it looks like a crystal. Now they have some molds. They're making molds in China and filling it with glass, and then like adding materials to make it look like crystals, so be careful. But this is celestite. Ooh. So these big pieces are the ones that I buy for me, and then these little pieces are the ones that I use on people. And I try to keep a couple on hand because I always want to make sure I have time to cleanse one to use for the other. My favorite stone, the first stone that I ever held in my hand, and I was like, wow, crystals are real. I'm resonating on a very blue frequency. Recently, I was a very purple frequency a long time ago, but then I had some emotional trauma. I fell in love with somebody and whatever, didn't work out, and I'm still in love with them and whatever. 6 years later, and I just needed to clear everything out of my system. So I just wanted to show you guys this stone. This is called blue lace agate. You can't confuse it with anything. It will always have those striations. See it? Sometimes it has like a brown top, but do you see the striations? You're never going to confuse it with anything else. This is a very hard stone to fake. Blue lace agate, from the moment I put it in my hands, like even now I don't want to let go. It just feels so perfect and calming. And it's good for digestive issues, for your intestines. It's good to sleep with it on your stomach at night and put the intention in that you want to heal yourself, and it'll help to calm the stomach. And to, it'll take time. It doesn't happen overnight, but it happens over a series, of nights. I really, 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 really love this stone. And it's a very, very calming, peaceful stone. I wanted to see, here, if I had the cabochon, which I do. Let me take it out of the plastic. So, as I'm doing that, blue lace agate, which I love. That one's also called a truth serum. The other one's a truth stone. This is good for public speaking. Hold on, let me just make sure you guys can see it. So even as a cabochon, it has the white stripe. You're never going to mix this up with anything. This one's very hard to fake because it has to have those lines. And this one is actually almost clear because it's a cabochon. But you see, this one's almost, you can't see it, but I can see it on the bottom. It's almost clear too. It's such a beautiful stone. I love it so much. This is for fear of public speaking. It helps people to communicate and to articulate their truth. It provides a clarity of thought and unwavering intent in regards to what matters most. Blue lace agate is a stone of the diplomat. I love this stone. It's especially beneficial with helping men realize and accept their feelings and sensitivities. And if I were doing Tantra, I would buy a bunch of these and give these to men who are trying to express themselves to their partner. I like this stone a lot. It helps those who have trouble keeping a secret and promotes understanding in the sanctity of trust. It's also excellent for imaginative children who present created stories and may need help in discerning whether an event was real or imagined. That's so cool. So, blue lace agate. These are from India, the cabochons that I bought them on eBay, and these are from Morocco, the big slabs. I love this stone. Then we have, this is also citrine, just so you guys see. But you see how it's like clear on the inside? The fake ones will always have like orange pieces somewhere in the middle. And you want to keep citrine out of the sun. You don't need to clean it. Citrine, kyanite, and selenite, you do not need to clean. But then this is also citrine. And this one is more, it looks like smoky quartz. But it's not. It's actually part of the same cluster that this whole family was in. So this is my personal stone. And that's great. So vanadinite, I like vanadinite too. Vanadinite is the one that I recommend to my artists. So whenever you have a blockage and you need to get that out of your system, it's great for writers, singers, people that are creative. So the little orange stones are the vanadinite. This one is on a barite base. Barite, I'm going to go over, it connects you to like the spiritual realm. It grounds you, but allows you to connect to the spiritual realm. It's also good for astral projecting. I don't do that. I have friends that do, but I don't do that. And then so these little orange ones are vanadinite. Actually, oh, here it is, good. And this is also vanadinite. Now, vanadinite actually radiates too. It's actually on the toxic list. So I don't keep these out. I actually put these away. But if I ever need them, if I ever get writer's block, which I never do and I never will, this is what I would pull out and this is what I would recommend to people. But again, I would not tell them to sleep with this. Some people will say put it under your pillow. I don't know. It has aluminum in it and it has vanad something, which is on the toxic list. So just be careful with this one, but this is supposed to help you with writer's block. And what they say this is for is it's especially beneficial for writers who have a lot of work ahead of them. It helps to stimulate mental creativity and helps to heighten your energy levels to achieve all of your goals. When you have a busy day or a large workload ahead of you, vanadinite will prove to be your crystal ally. It gives you the action required to do what is needed to achieve your dreams. Maybe I should keep this up. And yeah, so it achieves this by centering and grounding your soul into your physical body and helping you become comfortable in your own environment. That's vanadinite. Then barite, which I also love. This barite I give to a lot of people. And you'll see. I bought a lot of barite. So this is barite, and I bought the barite. There's a lots of forms of barite. There's barite that's clear, that's the barite crystal, and then I bought these, which are the barite roses, because they were like 100 pieces for 20 bucks. And these were mined, and people use these to show their students what rocks can do, and they grow into like these little rose formations. They call these barite roses, and they're very popular in Oklahoma. So I actually got that in America. I'm trying to buy a lot of my stones from Arizona, but I still prefer Morocco, India for the stones. It's just the energy that comes from there. Nobody really fakes barite because it's just so abundant and you can get it in the United States. They're just not going to fake it. But that's the base of this stone, is the barite. And barite helps to link us to our highest purpose and higher selves. It acts as a magnet to high frequency energy and activates and clears blockages in the upper chakras, which are usually from your throat up, allowing for a stronger connection to your intuitive abilities. I love this. Barite assists us to recognize where we must let go and allow change in order for our evolution to occur. It will show you the source of the difficulties in your life. It highlights negative thinking and will help you remove the old, outdated, and negative thought patterns. A powerful stone to aid you with out-of-the-body travel, which is astral projection, commonly called astral projection, or journeying. It will strengthen your inner vision. I give that stone to everybody. Before I used to give pyrite to everybody because that's what I had in abundance from this other part of my life. But now I give everybody barite. I think barite is a beautiful, amazing stone, and I bought it in bulk because after I give my classes, sometimes I give out stones. Sometimes I give out gift boxes, and I like to buy things in bulk. This is vanadinite with barite underneath, and that's barite. Okay. They don't really fake barite because it just wouldn't do that. What else? This is also black tourmaline. I got this from a gemologist with epidote on top. You don't really see the black tourmaline other than here. I'm just trusting, and it really wasn't that expensive because gemologists, they don't really tend to charge a lot of money for their stones because they collect them on a regular basis. The high quality AAA grade plus like those stones, they'll charge a lot of money for. But in general, they do find these in abundance, and they just do try to sell them because there's a lot of people that are also geologists, and they want to, you know, go out and teach people, so they need samples. So it's easy to get those rocks. There's one other stone I wanted to go over with you. Where are you? As my bed is covered with, oh, kyanite. Kyanite is so amazing. So kyanite smells like baby powder to me. I opened the box and I'm like, this smells like baby powder. I'm addicted to this stone. Like, I literally smell it like it's crack. And I apologize. I know I shouldn't say that, but it's just, I can't. Like, oh God, I love it so much. It's so good. It smells like powder. Just love it. Oh my gosh. I know it's gross, but I can't stop smelling it. So I bought these kyanite slices. I think they were like $12 or $15 for all of these. Hold on. All of these slices. And there's well over like 40, 50 pieces here. And these I give to people because kyanite actually clears all of the chakras. And after learning that, I'm like, blue, there's orange, and there's two other colors. But blue is the one that actually has the more healing properties when it comes to clearing all of the chakras. And I love this stone because it smells like baby powder, but it's just so beautiful. And these are just shards of it. These are the ones that I give out to people. And what you could do with this is with kyanite is you don't need to cleanse it because it's self-cleaning. It only absorbs negative energy, but it doesn't hold on to it. Let me actually read everything to you as I'm speaking. Control F. Kyani. Okay, so with kyanite, basically, it's a meditation crystal that is used when other crystals are seemingly just not helping. It's like the go-to, what do I do? Crystal. And so I like these big chunky ones, but the little ones work just as well. You can actually, if you're trying to cut a cord with somebody, because we create energetic cords with people, you can actually just outline and do your intention with a kyanite throughout the entire silhouette of your body. And then when you get to the top, you're done. Do that every day for a few days, and you'll start to dissipate that cord. Kyani is a meditation crystal. I told you that, right? It is the most powerful crystal for helping establish a deep meditative state. For something so small and beautiful, kyanite can align all of the chakras in your body and restore its balance and harmony. Like citrine, kyanite neither accumulates nor retains negative energy, and therefore never needs cleansing. Kyanite's energy is unlimited in application, making it an excellent stone for metaphysical purposes, and it may be used for cleansing and clearing other crystals. So if you don't want to put your crystals in salt and water, take a couple of these slices, mix them with your other crystals, and it will literally clean your crystals out for you. I love it. I should buy more. I should literally buy like 5 more pounds, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'll do it around Christmas time. But this is what the big kyanite looks like. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I love it. I'm sorry. So this is kyanite. Let me just see if you can see it because I don't see the camera. There you go. It is so pretty. You see how it kind of shines a little bit? It's very iridescent in nature, and it has like these slate blue colors and white always intermixed with it. So these big ones are mine. Mine. These are the ones that I keep in my house for me. I keep them in a box. I don't need them all. I'm only going to use like a couple at a time. But those are mine. I paid $30 for this box of kyanite. And they're just like big chunks of kyanite. And the other one were small slithers. And those were like quarter pound or half a pound for like 15 or 20 bucks. I have to double check. And those are the ones that I give to people. I'm actually going to buy a couple around Christmas time, a couple more pounds, because I think it's the perfect stone to give any and everybody, and I just feel like it's really going to change people's lives. I like that stone a lot. When I was younger and I traveled, I still travel, but when I travel to tropical places, I have a habit of buying turtles. So if you want to buy me a turtle, go ahead. But they're gemstone turtles, and this was like 10-15 years ago, before all this stuff came out and before, you know, I got into all of this. But I was always drawn to these crystals. I was like, oh, what's that? It's a turtle? And so this is black obsidian. It's actually snowflake obsidian. And then this is clear quartz. And they're relatively cheap when you go to other countries, but they're actually great stones. And I have no idea what this is, but I really loved this one. This one I got in Dominican Republic. This one, can't remember where I got it, but I love these gemstone turtles. And I got a little one once, and it broke. It looked like this. It was actually white with a black top. So I guess it absorbed its energy, did its purpose, and then broke. But I didn't know that at the time. I was just like, no, my turtle broke. But now I understand what the purpose of crystals are. But I love turtle crystals. If you ever want to buy me a gift, I love turtle crystals. I know we all have our thing, right? So I just wanted to share that with you guys, educate you a little bit on crystals if you don't know about it. I was surprised about kyanite because I was like, if it does all of that, why aren't they promoting it? But you know why? Because crystal healers want to keep some of that for themselves, I'm guessing. But there's also something called orange kyanite that's supposed to be really excellent as well. And so I'm going to buy a couple of pounds of that. And I just stock up because I like to share, and I want to give, and I want to make sure that everybody can receive what they need when they need it. Oh, this is what I wanted to show you. This is fake amethyst. They gave this to me as a free gift when I bought the fake citrine. Kind of like when I bought the black tourmaline, he gave me a real citrine. This is the fake citrine and a fake amethyst. This is fluorite. This is purple fluorite. This is not amethyst. So I'm led to believe that this is actually dyed fluorite, and that a lot of the fake citrine that's out there is dyed amethyst, if it's really good quality, if you get a good one, or heated. It's getting late. It's either heated amethyst or heated fluorite. So you could tell this doesn't even look like amethyst. It's just a purple rock, but they call it amethyst. Come on, guys. At least be honest. I mean, people are going to buy it if it's fluorite. Fluorite's actually a really great stone. Let me actually read you what fluorite does real quick before we go, so at least you have that information. Fluorite. So fluorite crystal, which I'm actually going to use it for that purpose. If the fluorite crystal has appeared in your life, which it has, it might be a sign that it's time for a major emotional facelift. Thank you. No, I actually cleared out all of the stuff that I went through so that I could actually help other people. When confusion clouds your mind, rediscover the path to happiness with an all-over mind, body, spirit detox using the fluorite crystal. Your spiritual vacuum cleaner for the dust bunnies in your head. Oh, that's cute. I like the way she writes. Get rid of cluttered thoughts and negative patterns no longer serving your best interest, which is basically what I've been telling myself over the last few years is please let go of all relationships and friendships and things that don't serve me. And, you know, if they're not for my best interest and they don't care about me. And little by little, people started falling to the sidelines and the masters started coming. By balancing the third eye chakra, right here, that's your throat, the fluorite crystal clears away the fog so that the road to joy is clearly lit and protected from negativity. It typically comes in green and purple, but this is what the other ones are. So now that I have yellow and purple fluorite, yellow fluorite removes toxins from the body and lowers cholesterol. It is the ideal stone for treating the liver. And purple fluorite is useful in treating bones and bone marrow disorders. Interesting. It opens and stimulates the third chakra, clearing the way for spiritual expansion. So that's my little crystal lesson for you guys. I also bought some other tiny ones. I used to work in the jewelry industry. There's like a guy that's selling these crystals on... You can't see them through the plastic, but I'm not taking them out yet because I haven't cleansed them yet, and I don't take them out of the packaging until I'm ready to clean them. But these are emeralds. It's just 3 little emerald stones. I don't know if you can see that. This is sapphire, and then I also have ruby. There's just two. There were $5 for 2 pieces. This is ruby, and they're like the size of these 2 nails. And then I also have yellow sapphire. And I'm actually going to have them carved. You go to a jeweler and ask them if they can carve the stone for you. And then I'm going to have them set into gold rings where the actual stone that I had on there fell out, but I still kept the base. So I'm going to see if they can cut it to fit that stone. That's just like something you can do if you have a ring and the stone fell out, and it's gold or silver, platinum, white gold, and you don't want to get rid of it. You can actually have a stone cut to fit that setting, and then you go to a jeweler and have them put it in. It could be pricey, but I know people, so it's not expensive for me. But you can probably go, if you're in Manhattan, to the 47th Street Diamond District and see if you can find a jeweler that can cut it for you. Other than that, rock and roll. And that's in New York City. Thank you for watching my video. Please feel free to leave comments. Give me any information. If you think any of the information that I said could use some clearing or add anything, please by all means do. I hope that you guys were introduced to some crystals that you didn't hear about. These are the ones that I prefer to surround myself with and I prefer to give to people. I'm a giver. So I can't help it. I always like to buy things in bulk and then like hand them out. And my goal is to be of service to the people that come across my path. So thank you so much. Rock and roll, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.